Hey everyone, it's Holly and welcome to another weekly wrap-up. Since my last wrap-up, I've read 3 books, right? Yes. So that's pretty good. The first one I read was The Year We Fell Down by Sarina Bowen. This I read as an ebook. It's a new adult novel. I gave it 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I read the second book in this series in December, I think. This follows, what are their names? A girl named Corey and a guy named, well, his name's Adam, but he goes by Hartley, just his last name. And they are both hockey players, but they both are injured. So her more permanently and him more temporarily. He just has a broken leg. So they end up in the same dorm at college, and they meet and form a friendship, and then it turns into something more, and I really enjoyed it. I liked the second book in the series as well. Even though I've only read 2 of her books, Sarina Bowen is just like hitting all of my buttons, and her and Mila Ferreira I feel like are 2 like underrated new adult novels because I don't hear a lot of people talk about either of them, and I think that they are both great and they build great, amazing relationships. And that's how I felt about this story. Like, the relationships were amazing, and I loved how she dealt with these characters having to deal with their physical limitations, especially Corey, since her injury is more permanent. She is gaining mobility throughout the book and everything, but she'll never be 100%. I feel like it's weird to talk about it like that because I don't think having a disability or being injured, or it's basically spinal cord damage for her, having that doesn't make you any less of a person. So I feel like it's kind of hard to talk about and using the right word choices without being unintentionally cruel about it. But I loved how Sarina Bowen navigated dealing with your body not doing what it used to do, especially for an athlete who, you're kind of used to your body doing whatever you tell it to do, and now you can't. It was an amazing story. I really liked it. I do plan on buying the 3rd book in the series, which I believe is a male-male romance. That's actually the first one I had heard about, but I've kind of gone back in the series and I've heard good things about that one, so I'm sure it will be good as well. So read that, loved it. And then I did end up finishing, I did not read Starcursed by Jessica Spence. So I'm not even going to say that this week that I'm going to try and read it, because who knows. I actually just ended up finishing the Scoundrels of St. James series, I think is what it's called, by Lorraine Heath. I plan on doing a series review of this. Hopefully that should be up by the end of the month. That's the plan. See if it works. I read the 3rd one, Surrender to the Devil. This is Franny's story. And then the 4th one, Midnight Pleasures with a Scoundrel, which this is Jim or James Swindler's story. There's also a novella that goes with this that I do want to read, but I'm considering this series complete at this point, and that's Dr. Graves' story. Surrender to the Devil 4 stars, and Midnight Pleasures with a Scoundrel 3 stars. I think this series definitely took a dip for me. I don't know, I think maybe the first book was just so good, and that's why I struggled. I don't want to talk too much since I do plan on doing a review, but I will say I, for the most part, enjoyed Franny's story, and the hero in her story has something going on. I'm not 100% sure if you would consider it a spoiler or not, so I'm not going to say anything. It's revealed pretty early on in the story, but I thought it was a very interesting characteristic, I guess, but I wish it had been explored a little bit more. I also thought he was kind of a douche and never really apologized, in my opinion, for his douchiness. And then with Midnight Pleasures with the Scoundrel, it was just, it didn't have exactly the magic I wanted it to have. And but there is a twist in here. I remember I was had just picked this up and was reading it to just read a little bit before going to bed, and then this huge thing happened that I did not see coming at all, and I was like, holy shit, what just happened? And of course I'm all alone, I can't talk about it or anything. My mind was blown to not see what happened coming at all. But like I said, it just kind of lacked a little something for me. I mean, overall I did like the series. I'm not disappointed in reading it. I'm curious if the, especially these two books, would be more enjoyable on a reread when not read so closely to the first book, which I really enjoyed. Plus I think I might be getting burned out on romance, and that could also be weighing into it. I did recently find out that the series she's publishing right now is actually about the characters in this series, their kids, and I really want to read both of those. Or there's 2 out as of right now, and I really want to read both of them so bad. I feel like I'm just very, especially the one that we meet in Franny's story. I really want to read about him. So those are the 3 books I read since my last wrap up, and I am currently reading The Ring and the Crown by Melissa De La Cruz. I'm about a little less than halfway through. I'm actually reading this book a lot slower than I had expected. I've been reading it for about 3 or 4 days now. I mean, obviously I'll talk more about this in my wrap up next week because I'm assuming it will be finished by then. But this book isn't what I thought it was going to be at all, and I mean, not that I really looked too much into what it is, but it's very different. It doesn't read the way I thought it was going to read. I actually don't feel like it reads like a YA novel at all. It's kind of weird. I'm enjoying it, but I'm not completely engrossed. Like right now it's probably like a 3-star read for me, but at the same time, the story is broken up into, is it 3 parts? 3 parts, and I just finished the first one, so I kind of have a feeling that things are going to pick up now. Maybe not, but it's kind of, I kind of get that feeling from the writing. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about these books or anything like that, feel free to let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching again. Bye!